In this video, I'm going to show you a home that has an incredible view right off of the back patio. Now, this is the 2944 plan built by Perry Homes. The name of the plan is also the square footage of the plan. This has 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, is a 1-story home. And I'm going to just show you how well this plan opens up right in the main living area. Now, I love walking homes that have this combination of wide open main living area where we have a dining room, a living room, a kitchen with great windows, a lot of natural light coming in, but also this plan still has a lot of rooms that people want in their home. So you're gonna see this home has a media room, has a study, like I mentioned before, has 4 bedrooms. And we're gonna walk through each of these areas in detail, starting off in the kitchen. Now, my name is Raj Sahu. I'm a realtor in Austin, Texas, and I've represented clients with 19 different builders. So I'll definitely give you my perspective on not only this build, but also other builders, and we'll compare it accordingly to where we are, which is in Leander, Texas. And we'll talk about that later on in the video. Again, starting off in the kitchen, I like how they did this cabinet wrap around the kitchen island. I think it flows really well with this pattern on the countertop. So you see some gray veins running in it, running in this countertop. And then we also have a similar backsplash that has some dark gray tones in it with that white outline. We got a 5-burner monogram gas stove top with this designer vent hood, which I think is fantastic. Perry has so many great options at their design studio, especially here in the kitchen. And don't worry, if you're getting that view, I will head outside. I'll show you that view from so many different areas in this home. Now, on this side, we would have the living room. I'll show you that a little bit more in detail, but while we're here, we do have an oven and a microwave built in, and then we have a pantry on this side. One thing, small thing that I like about this pantry is that when you open the door, the light turns on. Comes in pretty handy, so you don't have to reach in and turn on the light switch all the time. Now, on this side, we have a breakfast nook area. I would probably keep this open just because you do have a dining area, which we'll get back to right next to the living room. And there is a walkway that's needed on the right side, which would go to the primary bedroom. But I want to head outside because this is what I think makes such a big difference when people move here to the Austin metro area, is spending time outdoors. Right now, I'm recording this right around Thanksgiving, so we're in the middle of November, and I got a jacket on even though it's 60 degrees out and it's beautiful. But it was a little bit chilly this morning, but chilly with Texas standards. Right now, it is gorgeous out here. And usually to get a view, there's normally a compromise. It's usually the yard. The yard would have too much of a drop off and it's just not as usable. This yard space is usable and it's big. It's a very large lot size. I think it feels fantastic out here. We even have, because of the unique shape of the lot, this side yard where they kept a tree, which I love. Don't see that often. It's kind of what comes with the territory when you're building new construction is a lot of the trees get leveled out. I love how they kept that there. I'm not sure what those pieces of wood are doing in the window on the left side there. That's actually the windows to the primary bedroom. We'll take a look at that a little bit closer. Now, a little bit of a disclosure, that is the main road, one of the main roads that feeds into this community, which is called Bryson. So across from that main road, I'm not sure what's going on with the land there. There hasn't been any talks, to my knowledge, of developing that land. But I also don't know if I don't believe it's protected either. So just keep that in mind. That's something you definitely want to verify. I don't think it's always going to look like that. Austin is growing fast and there's still a lot of development, especially here in the suburb of Leander. Now, while we're on Leander is growing fast because of the major highway that's running through here. So if you take this road all the way down for about 2 minutes drive, you can get to the highway system, which is all the way over there in the distance, called 183. Now, the highway of 183 was built out many years ago, but they recently decided to extend that highway. So at the time I'm posting this video, they are extending that highway all the way up north, even into the suburb north of Leander called Liberty Hill. And what that's caused is a lot of growth around this area that I'll talk a little bit later on in this video. Getting back into the plan, what I love most about this plan is this main living room. So you see some electrical there on the wall. That's for a TV. They have a floor outlet right there. That would be perfect for a recliner that you could put here. And this is what I love. With this plan, you can put a chase on that side, so you're keeping those windows open. Just take a look at how tall those windows are and how low they are to the ground. So almost that whole wall is just glass. So there's definitely a furniture element you could put here to preserve that view, but I love this main living area because it feels so open with those tall windows and that view off the back of the home, and then it's still connected in with the dining room, which we'll cover right when we're here. I think what Perry does really well are their windows. I talk about it often. I like how these windows kind of face out to the side yard where we have a little bit more space. I love the light fixtures that are here with Perry. I've had so many people build with Perry, and I find a lot of people just do light fixtures aftermarket, but with Perry, a lot of my buyers did their light fixtures with Perry because of the options that they provided, and at the time they were designing their home, they had really good pricing compared to other builders. And before we head to the primary bedroom, we have this cabinetry here. I feel like this is a good place to just put your mail. Otherwise, I don't know what other use there would be. And then we're in the primary bedroom. And by the way, I keep clicking off because people keep coming in. So market has slowed down from the pandemic like it has across the entire world. But there's still people looking in this area of Leander just because there isn't a whole lot of inventory. Resale inventory is down. The builders do have some inventory, but not as much as they did earlier this year. By the way, that's not a pitch to say that you need to buy now and buy out of desperation. There's a lot of inventory. I think you can take your time, but I do think if you want to live in Leander, there just aren't that many communities here like a Bryson. I was actually just talking with somebody who was in here, and they were talking about the limited options here close to the highway because they wanted to still be close to 183. And it's funny, I was just talking about that. Okay, we are in the primary bathroom. I like some of the upgrades that they chose in here. They just kept it simple with this light countertop, bathtub's light, and then everything else is like this dark tile, which I think is fantastic. I really did that in the walk-in shower. Now, one thing to keep in mind, there aren't too many homes under 3,000 square feet with a premium builder like Perry Homes that still have what you saw, like that open concept in the main living area, and 4 bedrooms, and a media room, and a study. So that is a tough combination to have. So I think some of the other areas, like this bathroom, some people will say, oh, there are other model homes with Perry that have a bigger bathroom, but it's usually because they're missing something else. Like, for example, they have a model home that I'll link up at the end of this video that's staged. It'll give you a really good idea of Perry's quality, and that's called the 2916 plan. It's actually the model home here in this community of Bryson. Great plan, opens up really well. It is missing a study. So it has that media room, 4 bedrooms, but no study. And so for a lot of people working from home, I would say that that's tough. Now, what's great about this bathroom, we have 2 closets on either side. So smaller closet over here, longer closet over here. That's just gonna be a linen closet. And so it's nice to have 2 closets even at this square footage. This is just gonna be the commode. I like how Perry still fits in windows. Saw a window in the commode room, window right there. And then again, I don't know what those wooden blocks are. Probably just something that they were working on, but I do love the ceiling height. Oftentimes, a lot of builders will do a tray ceiling, but it's an option in every room, and so it's kind of annoying. You got to pay for it. I see Perry do that often in just a lot of their plans, where they just have it included. Not maybe in all of their communities. Keep in mind, Perry's a big builder. They're building all over Texas, so definitely double check everything I'm saying before making a buying decision. Okay, we're gonna head over to this side of the home, but stick around. I want you to see the media room, the study, and again, by the end of this video, I'll show you where to get a similar home in square footage, a 2916 plan. I'll show you that home staged at the end of this video. Okay, this is gonna be one of the bedrooms. It is very private from the other areas of the home. It does have an in-suite full bathroom. I love this tile that they use. Has a lot of movement in it. And there's a good theme here. I like the cabinet colors, like this gray color, and then you have that countertop that has some really good movement in it, even here in the spare bathroom. Okay, now on the right side, usually if it's just a linen closet, I'm not gonna open that up. We do have a utility room here, storage space there, but that is plumbing on the left and ventilation on the right for a washer and dryer. Okay, now one more look at this main living area. That is amazing. Okay, I was telling you about tray ceilings. This is what I was referring to. This makes a difference, I think, big time when you're in the home. Fantastic. We also have the media room that I've continued to talk to you about. I think on one-story plans, this is crucial. So many people I talk to look at two-story plans because they want the home to have privacy, and obviously you have privacy when there's two different stories. So you can just send kids upstairs or anybody you don't want to be around upstairs. Now, one-story plan, so many people say, well, what am I going to have as my kids' room or a theater room or something like that? And this is the way to do it. This is why Perry, I think, started plans like this, where you see electrical up on the wall for a TV. You could perfectly put a couch right here, like an L-shaped couch. And I think this is a great media room that you can enclose with those double doors. Okay. Now, while we're here going through these two bedrooms that are split by a full bathroom, I will tell you exactly what I was mentioning to that person who was just visiting here, asking about Leander. They talked about pricing. Is it the right time to buy? It's one of the questions I'm getting almost every week. I know a lot of people, especially in the real estate industry, will tell you why it's always the right time to buy. And I'm just not one of those people. In fact, at the end of 2022, the last 4 months, I didn't have anybody contract because I was telling people there's a lot of inventory on the ground that hasn't come up for sale with builders. And so I'd be waiting. And this is gonna be that full bathroom. So what I would tell her, what I would mention now, and when I say now, we are in November of 2023. So at this time, I would be really monitoring interest rates and looking at how much inventory is online in the price point that you're looking at. There are communities right now where the median home price or less, which is basically around $500,000 or less. That community, certain communities have so much inventory, and that's what I would call your starter home inventory, and that's where builders can really ramp up production. There are communities where that's really hurting at that price point. Those buyers have run for the hills, or a lot of them are renting, and they just don't want to buy. In those same communities, a forever home, like I would say 700,000 to 900,000, that buyer base is hungry. And a good example of that is I had a buyer contract in a community after midnight, 1 minute after midnight, and they had wired in funds to build on a lot, and 6 other people bought after them in the 2 hours after they bought. So we got an email at 3 o'clock in the morning from the builder agent saying, congratulations, 6 other people bought after you, and 3 of those 6 people all wanted your lot. So we were very happy, but that was at like an $860,000 range at 3,800 square feet. And by the way, we're in a 3-car tandem garage. This is that tandem space, perfect for storage. If you know me, I don't like it when builders put the door right there, because then what can you store here if the door's there to enter the home? I like the door right there. It's the small things that matter, trust me. Now, going back to what I was mentioning, this is where understanding the price point that you're buying in and the area that you're buying into is so important. My point is, you can't just say the market's doing this, so wait, or the market's doing this, so buy now. You just can't do it these days. You have to look into the details of the sub-market. That means price point, location, looking at supply, and then making a decision from there. Okay, so we just saw the powder bathroom, which I think was fairly obvious. I think that's a decent location for it off of that main living area. And then this is gonna be the study. I like the study. It's off the front of the home, so you get these good windows. Perry does this really well. I know you're looking at it from a video, but take a look at the height right here. I mean, that's like almost like a foot off the ground. And you have the window starting there. And there is some activity, I would say, on this road. You know, that's something that if you reach out to me, my number's at the bottom of the description of this video. I'm always happy to give you my perspective because I've been out here now for 15 minutes. And I can tell you, there's a good amount of cars coming in here because this is one of the roads that people use to enter into this part of the neighborhood. So if you want details like that, reach out to me. Again, my number's at the bottom of the description of this video. If you want to see more homes for sale and you're watching this on YouTube, click on the link at the top of the description of this video. That will give you early access to homes that are about to come on market, that builders call me and tell me, hey, this is about to break contract. And what I do is I usually get a video of those homes and I put that on my website first, and then I post it to YouTube about 2 to 4 weeks later. So if you want the most up-to-date information, use the link at the top of the description of this video. And then if you also want to see this plan, or sorry, a similar plan that is the model home in this neighborhood, the 2916 plan, it's gonna show what Perry can do on a 1-story home that is fully staged out. Click on the thumbnail right here, and that will take you over to that model home. As always, I hope this helps. Take care.